Hey guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Forex update for the day. So we will go over to those charts. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing the like button, that would be massively appreciated. So we are getting that move that we were looking for, well, basically in the dollar. So obviously all the dollar pairings and commodity currencies and risk currencies and risk off currencies, they're all making the the expected moves that we expected based on that expected move in the dollar. So yeah, euro dollar first. Obviously we can see just basically blue skies breakout, breaking above these levels, above that level, above, well, this level too. Coming up on a daily 9 tomorrow though. But you guys know I like acceleration into 9s, but I would expect it to come back and test the 21 at some point. Even if it is with some sideways consolidation and then a little bit of a move down, much like we had here, accelerated away from the 21, and then, well, more sideways to down and then touch the 21 before then having another leg up. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, this is the move we were looking for. We've not always been bullish. We were bullish when we became bullish, when we had the regime change in the markets that we were looking for, expecting basically. And then obviously the assets have been acting accordingly. So there we go. So yeah, I would really be waiting tomorrow for that daily 9 to then see how we react off that. We'll be getting the 12-hour 9 then also. And I would guess we would get a 4-hour 9. Well, yeah, we will. We'll be getting a 4-hour 9 as well. So that is what we kind of need to look for. Is potential profit taken tomorrow. It may get front ran. It may get front ran, but we'll have to see. Obviously, we can't trade based on things may get in front ran. So yeah, that's the euro US dollar. Cable, let's go to the daily. Yeah, cable came back below the 200, but we broke and closed above the 200 yesterday, which we were talking about as important. We then broke back below but got bought all the way back up again. So I mean, realistically speaking, we're above the 200 now. If we take out the high of yesterday's candle, then I would expect then us to get acceleration to the upside, and yeah, then have to do a bit of price discovery to the upside. But it doesn't necessarily have to happen that way. We'll see what happens. I mean, this was the horizontal level we had drawn in. This is the level that if we close below here on the daily, we look for more downside, and incidentally that's exactly the level we sold down to today before getting bought back up. So yeah, interesting level there. You can see it more clearly on the 12-hour. Look like we are getting supported by this horizontal, and yeah, nothing TD wise though, nothing TD wise to slow us down on the 12-hour or the daily. And I mean, yeah, we have that break below the close of the 4-hour 9, moved down a little bit further, and then got obviously bought back up. So not too much to look at that TD wise. The dollar index, here she is, going for our target, gunning for our level that we've had in for well, have we had it in for a while? Did I draw it from here the other day? But either way, the arrow has been in for a while, even if this horizontal hasn't been in for a while. But this horizontal obviously was the target, the initial target anyway. And if we take out that, guys, if we take out this target, let me just go, we're on the 4-hour, we'll go to the daily, and I need to basically draw in the next potential target we are looking for. Just adjust this a little bit. The next target, the only realistic target for us is... it's basically at just sub 89, I think, or just 89 off the top of my head, but I'm going to draw it now and we'll have a look. Yeah, basically 88, around about 88. So that is our next target, guys, and that would be this would trigger some incredible moves in all markets. So we got to watch out for this one. We will see it in real time. We'll have plenty of time to react to this, but making our way that, well, there'll be plenty of ebbs and flows in the process, but getting down to here is going to mean very high commodity prices from where they are now, very high precious metal prices, and I mean, by extension, very high crypto prices too. So let's have a look TD wise what we're looking at now that we've got that drawn in. Come on, here we go. Yeah, in a couple of days we're going to have a TD9 on the daily. So yeah, I mean, we could be anywhere down here, anywhere. The moves we're getting at the moment, the acceleration, if we break below here, we could be anywhere. 12-hour will come a bit sooner. And then 4-hour TD. I mean, we can't really be. I mean, we can be looking at 4-hour TDs once we're on the daily or the 12-hour, but we won't want to be looking at, say, a 4-hour TD 9 now to then potentially call real a bounce in such an aggressive move with the high time frame TDs coming in soon. So just expect more downside. Euro pound daily first. So yeah, broke above this level. It was looking weak with these wicks, and we sort of had a bit of a swing failure yesterday below, got bought back up, and now we are slamming those stops of the people that sold at the breakdown below here and didn't either scalp profit or have some tight stops. You are now getting slammed. You go basically our swing failure pattern also under the daily 21, but obviously look at these moving averages, clearly bullish posture, and the market was like, nah, we're going up. This candle's still in progress though. I mean, this could end up being another wick to the top side, and we could end up below for the close. But yeah, I mean, as it stands though, yeah, it's a buy obviously above this level, which we are currently at the moment. So nothing TD wise there, nothing TD wise on the 12-hour, and I don't think we'll have nothing TD wise on the 4-hour, but we did have the nice 4-hour buy there. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, it is making the moves, guys. So yeah, we were looking at this break of this horizontal yesterday. It closed above it, and then we get an acceleration. I mean, this is the next target, and then obviously the next target is just wherever you like, because it's a blue sky breakout. Blue sky breakouts in lots of things at the moment. Nothing TD wise on the daily or 12-hour, and yeah, we had this 4-hour 9. We didn't really. Well, is at pretty much the horizontal level that we were going to look to break below. Didn't, and I've just got more acceleration to the upside, and we are basically going for the move we're looking for off the break of the high of this daily 9 and this high, this 4-hour 9, sorry, and this high to then accelerate us to at least this horizontal. So Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, yeah, breaking up to. I mean, again, yeah, breaking up to. So yeah, I mean, if we close up here, just adjust this line, straighten it out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, really, we're looking to target up here and then see how we interact with that level. Nothing TD wise on the daily, nothing TD wise on the 12-hour, and we have got this TD 9 on the 4, which is holding up price at the moment. So realistically, breaking back above there will trigger more upside. But I mean, we're there or thereabouts, and we're an important horizontal, so I wouldn't just be thinking, well, this is what's going to trigger the move. But yeah, I believe we are going to get a move up anyway. But yeah, that's where realistically you'd probably take a long if you weren't just happy taking a long here. So US dollar, Japanese yen, over to the daily first. Yeah, this is not doing a lot, looking like it wants to break down. But currently isn't. We're getting pinned down by the daily 21, but no real trend here. Moving averages are in the correct order, but they're basically flat, so not a lot to read into this really, but I would be erring on the side of bearishness. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc on the daily. Yeah, we talk about this one most days, I think, just not really doing anything. Well, we talk about every day very briefly, and we say the same thing. It's not doing anything, and there's not really much we can do here. Euro Japanese yen, here we go. Look at it go. Yeah, so on over to the daily. Yeah, I mean, we had this horizontal look, and then clearly once we broke that, we then got some serious acceleration, literally up to our target, which basically is there, practically at our target. Watch out for the daily 9 tomorrow though, at the basically high after a big move. I mean, we'd expect some consolidation stroke pullback. But yeah, great trade though, great trade at the break of that level. Just, yeah, great trade. Great trade, nothing really TD wise, just look out for that daily tomorrow. I mean, I can't see us not having some sort of a pullback on that daily, even to the point where it could get front ran, or we'll get a pullback actually on that 9 candle rather than necessarily after it. I think we are probably going to get a pullback in this just because of the levels, the acceleration, and the daily 9. US dollar, Canadian dollar, breaking down like obviously the dollar pairings are. The daily, I mean, look, we broke below this horizontal, and now we see more downside. Obviously, this is the target, so nice, easy breakout trade there. Nothing TD wise, just looking at the same thing here. Did we get a 9 here that helped us up a bit? Yeah, we got the 9, supported us a bit, and now we're taking it out. So now it's continuation lower below that 9. I won't draw it on because we're already below it, but yeah, continuation to the downside based off the 4-hour chart. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Got above our horizontal and then acceleration to the upside. Pretty textbook breakout trading there. Nice looking ascending triangle of sorts. Didn't even manage to back test that to anyone on the daily, and we did get a cross of the 21 and the 200, but obviously 50, the golden cross is this 50 period and 200, which isn't quite in business yet. But so as you can see, we have had a longer term downtrend culminating in our big drop here, and we're now looking to make some progress to the upside. So it'll take a bit of a while for these larger, longer term time frames to reorder themselves, but if they do, I'm on a daily, ignore that, guys. Yeah, I don't know why I was looking at a 2-day. Now we're on the daily, so here's a 200 daily. Yeah, so we did have the golden. What am I talking about? When I was saying that, I'm sure we had the golden cross. Here's the golden cross, guided up by the 21, popping to the upside. Nothing TD wise to slow us down. Even a 4 hour. I mean, this is what I mean. When you have a strong trend, don't really look to the 4 hour to stop us, and then blasting straight through that 4 hour. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Is it going to be a similar trade? Breakout, blue skies breakout. That's a 12 hour. On the daily, same thing. Nothing, we're not going to have anything TD wise. I don't know if it's going to load or not. Nothing TD wise there, nothing TD wise there. And then the 4 hour, I mean, would you want to be looking at anything off it? Not really. Well, maybe the next one, because it'll be a double 4 hour 9 after this blasting through this one, so potentially something to look for, but that won't come for a while. US dollar, Swiss franc, yeah, breaking down. Look, lost that level, breaking down. That's the 4 hour, goes to the daily. You can see get slammed yesterday, and then further slammage, and realistically there's our target. So just there's not really much to support this. We're not going to have anything on the daily TD, but we will have a TD9 on the 12 hour popping up soon. Will that coincide with the 4 hour? No, it won't, but yeah, maybe look for that for a little bit of a bounce, but realistically I think we're going down to there. US dollar, Brazilian real, breaking down obviously due to the dollar. You can see lost that horizontal, making a beeline for this one. We lose that one, we're going for the 200 day, that's the target. But yeah, I wouldn't really be looking for a 4 hour 9, but we are on a 4 hour 9. I mean, it's held up price a little bit. We had a bit of a rally off it, now we're back down, so not looking the most bullish, but again, this is sort of our target. I expect we'll hit that target before we decide to do any form of bouncing. US dollar, Mexican peso, looking very descendingly triangly. We'll just bang that in there. So are we going to get a breakdown? Maybe. Daily 200, nice target, which is basically roughly the projected target of the formation also. So I mean, it does look like that. It does look like this. It does look like this is going to be the play. Yeah, so just more breakdown. Nothing really TD wise because we are so tight. Maybe this was a 9 that bounces a bit. Yeah, that was a 9 that bounces a bit at this horizontal support that we had drawn in. So that would have been a nice buy, but only for a short time frame trade based on obviously 4 hour. And we got that trade, and then we now are proceeding lower. And then, oh my god, we had a move, guys. Look at that on the daily. Actually had a move. Yesterday came down, but getting bought back up. So, which is interesting to see, because the dollar is still weak. But yeah, the Turkish lira is weaker. So there we go. Moving back up, faked out below, moved back up, and are we just going to sit in this range again? But look at that, an actual sign of life, a sign of movement. There's your 4 hour, but still nothing really to do in that. I mean, you would have probably traded this breakdown, sold it. I mean, anyone just playing the stilly range here, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, would obviously have sold that breakout, and then obviously they've been slammed back up again. So, but really, I don't expect anybody's trading this. In all fairness, but anyway, so yeah, that's it, guys. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will catch you guys later on today.